Hey guys, it's Morgan here. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with another banger video for you guys. So today I will be sharing with you guys how I take my Instagram pictures by myself and basically just walking you guys through the process and letting you guys know what types of things you need and basically like how to properly model, take the pictures yourself, find the right location and all that good stuff. But before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and turn on that little post notification bell so you don't miss any more of my lit upcoming videos. Let's get right into this video.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful
When you want to start taking your own IG pictures, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're obviously going to want to get all dressed up and stuff like that. So for my pictures, I tend to do more of a dramatic looking makeup just so that way my features can be more prominent on camera. One thing that I have noticed is that when you take pictures, everything kind of looks a little bit muted. Things like your makeup, your lipstick, all that type of stuff. So I like for everything to be a little bit more dramatic so that way it can show up on camera. So I will flash up a little video of just me doing my makeup and stuff. This is basically how I would look and like the type of makeup that I would do. Something where, you know, my eyes, you know, are accentuated, you know, my skin, it looks very smooth, and then, you know, a nice little lip color just so that way, you know, my lips can look nice and, you know, plump and ripe. The next thing that you are going to want to do is you are just going to want to look up some inspo, get some ideas, you know, look at other people's pictures, look up different poses, different things like that. So usually I go to Pinterest. That's probably like my favorite place to go when it comes to like looking for inspo. So if I'm doing like some parking lot pictures, I look for, you know, parking garage or parking lot pictures on Pinterest. And then I kind of just, you know, try to get a feel, get an idea for, you know, what type of outfit I should wear, what type of, you know, lighting I need and all that type of stuff. Typically, as of right now, I've been taking a lot of my pictures at like parking structures just because there's not very many people around. But then also, you know, you could take pictures like more out in the open. That is actually what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to take you guys with me on that. But yeah, I'm just going to go and take pictures like out in public so that way, you know, like I can get a different look and a change of scenery. Okay guys, so I was going to take pictures in front of this wall that was outdoors, but I checked the weather and it said it was supposed to be like 50 degrees today. So I'm like, okay, cool, bet. Well, it feels like 30. So yeah, that's what it's like living in the Midwest, okay? So I had to switch up the game plan. So instead of taking pictures outdoors, I decided to just take pictures in my apartment building. And luckily I live in like a nice enough apartment to where like, you know, like there's a bunch of different areas where I can take pictures. So yeah, I ended up taking pictures. I'm just gonna share with you guys where there's like this little wall with this piece of like a painting or whatever. And so I decided that I'm just gonna post up here, take pictures, and yeah, this is where I'm gonna end up taking the pictures. I did end up already taking a few and I really do like the way they turned out. And y'all just ignore my eyelashes flying away. Like I have been running around today. When I tell y'all, I've been running around. But yeah, this is the fit, and yeah, I took a few shots. I think I'm gonna go to the little like lounge area in my apartment building and try to take some more pictures there. But I'm actually really satisfied with the pictures that I took in front of this painting. Obviously, I'm gonna have to edit them quite a bit just to like make it look less like crappy because I'm kind of going for it to look like an art museum. But yeah. Okay, so I am in the lounge of my apartment building. Just disregard my deodorant, like it's not giving. But there is this little wall right over here with more pictures. So I think I'm gonna take some in front of that so that when I collage the pictures together, it will look like I went to an art museum when really I just am taking pictures in my apartment building. And also there's really good lighting in here because there's like a bunch of open windows and whatnot. So I definitely think I'm gonna get some good shots here. So I'm probably just gonna take probably like, I don't know, probably like 60 pictures here or whatever, and then I think I'm gonna head back up to my apartment and edit the pictures. So yeah. That also brings us into the picking a location. Obviously it's not easy to take your own pictures, especially out in public, because people look at you, people stare, people will get in the way of your pictures. Like, you have to be really bold. You have to be super confident in yourself when you're taking pictures out in public. And you kind of just have to have tunnel vision, you know, about what it is that you're doing. You just have to kind of say, like, forget all the other distractions, forget anyone who's looking at you, all that type of stuff, and just stay focused on your pictures and stay focused on what it is that you are doing. If you could maybe put in some earbuds, but they might show up in your pictures, so I wouldn't personally recommend that. A lot of times what I'll do is I will just bring my car, connect to the Bluetooth, and just start playing music, so that way I can kind of, you know, be comfortable and like be in my own little element, my own little mode, so that I can still feel, you know, like confident and just like, you know, feel good about the fact that I'm taking pictures in public. So usually I would say, like, when it comes to scouting for locations, look for things that have just like a clear backdrop, somewhere where there's not a lot of people, not a lot of cars, somewhere where, you know, it's just like really nice lighting and it just looks like a very like classy area. There's a lot of ways that you can finesse this, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how. The place where I'm going to take my picture today, it doesn't really look like that nice of a place, but there's certain bits and pieces of it that look super nice, so that's where I'm going to take the pictures. And that's kind of what you have to do. You have to think, when you're a content creator, when you're a model, IG model, blah, 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 you're creating content, you're an artist. So, you know, you have to kind of like put on this front and put on this image. So even if you're not taking pictures in like a super, you know, like expensive looking place, you can finesse it. And, you know, if you can get a nice backdrop, you can turn anything into a nice, elegant looking area, especially with how you dress up and what you wear. So the next thing is you are going to get ready to do your setup and take the pictures. So basically all of the stuff that you're going to need a camera, tripod, let's see, Lensbuddy, that's the app that I use, but that's like on your phone. And then obviously, you know, just like bring your makeup, you know, little things that you can use to touch yourself up. And then if you plan on taking multiple pictures, like different looks and stuff, you can bring different outfits. Typically when I take my pictures, I usually don't really do outfit changes, just because it's really hard to try to do an outfit change in the middle of public. It's just like not really easy, and it just gets real awkward real quick. So I personally don't really like doing that. But if you do plan on, you know, doing a bunch of different looks, you could bring multiple different outfits. With that being said, when it comes to the tripod, my tripod is just from Amazon, really nothing too crazy going on. I did actually accidentally break the like ring light part of it, but it still works, but it just like looks a little jank, but whatever. And then for my phone, I used to take my pictures on my iPhone XR, but that phone ended up, you know, just not working anymore. And so now I have the iPhone 13, and honestly, I love the camera quality on this phone. I highly recommend getting a newer version of iPhone if you plan on taking pictures yourself. You really don't need to invest in like a super crazy expensive camera. You can do everything on your phone, and it's way more convenient, especially when it comes to editing and stuff like that. In the age of technology, you can do all of that stuff on your phone super duper easily without any hassle. So I definitely recommend getting a newer version of the iPhone, like one of the newer generations, because the camera quality just gets better and better and better with the newer phone that you get. So yeah, I take my pictures on my iPhone 13. I use the app Lensbuddy. I did used to take my pictures with a clicker, like a Bluetooth clicker, but honestly, after I found out about the app Lensbuddy, I decided that I was no longer going to do that anymore, just because of the fact that with Lensbuddy, you don't need the clicker. And when you're using a clicker, it becomes really hard to try to hide it in your pictures. So that's why I don't really recommend using a clicker. And Lensbuddy is a free app as well, so you might as well just get it, because it's gonna make your life a hell of a lot easier. And also it comes with a self timer, and it can keep taking pictures for as long as you want until you like say it to stop, and it gives you a nice little countdown and all that type of stuff. So I think it is an amazing app. I actually watch other YouTubers, and that's how I found out about it. And so yeah, ever since I started using that app, it has been an absolute game changer. So I definitely recommend you guys use the app Lensbuddy. I also will flash up a little screen of basically the whole process of me using the app Lensbuddy. You guys can see my settings that I use, and then yeah, that's when you get into the taking the pictures and the modeling and the posing. So when it comes to the modeling and the posing, one thing that I learned is that you want to always be like moving. So I started modeling back in 2017. Everything that I know about modeling, YouTube, social media, all that type of stuff, I've taught myself. I've been self-taught. And one of the things I learned about modeling is that you want to constantly be moving, okay? So like, instead of just like pose, pose, pose. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like super fluid, and you want to be moving a lot. So you know, you want to be making different faces, and when you're doing it, it's gonna feel like you're moving like super quickly, but you're not. It's all about what comes out on camera. And as you guys will be able to see, I move around a lot when I'm striking my poses, you know. So as opposed to just, you know, doing little static motions, I'm boom, 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 you know, like looking away, you know, looking at the camera, this, boom, boom, you know, touching, you know, all types of stuff like that. So that's definitely something that I recommend doing when you're modeling. Just make sure to move quite a bit so that you can get a bunch of different pictures, and it ends up making the pictures just look a little bit more realistic and less like statuey, and it just makes them look more like organic instead of, you know, like you just staring off into blank space looking like a statue. You know what I'm saying? It makes them look more real, and just really it just makes the pictures just look better. And it kind of gives that like off guard effect, but it's like you're posing at the same time. So definitely I recommend moving a lot. Like I said, you guys will see I move around quite a bit, and I take quite a few pictures. Once you get into the Lensbuddy app, you can yes or no the pictures that you like and all that type of stuff. But I don't really think I'm gonna get into like the editing too much in this video. If you guys want me to drop a separate video on how I edit my Instagram pictures and the exact settings that I use and the exact apps that I use, make sure to comment down below, and I will definitely drop that video for you guys. But in terms of apps that I use PixArt, Facetune, and then obviously Lensbuddy. I used to use Lightroom, but I don't really use it much anymore. Mostly Facetune takes care of everything for me. I absolutely love Facetune. I think it is a great editing app, and it's super easy to use and super easy to understand as well. So yeah, when it comes to, you know, taking your own pictures, it's all about just being confident and just, you know, ignoring your surroundings and just going out there and, you know, posing and, you know, doing what you gotta do. You know, you just gotta ignore all the distractions and anyone around you who, you know, is trying to give their 2 cents. You know, you just gotta tunnel vision, stay focused, use Lensbuddy, and, you know, it's really not that hard to get started. I personally prefer taking my own Instagram pictures just because I feel like I'm kind of like picky when it comes to the angles that I like for people to take pictures of me at, and I don't really like to be that person who, like, if someone is doing a favor for me, I'm like just ripping them apart about how they're not doing it right. So I kind of just have the mentality of, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So that's why I personally like to take my Instagram pictures by myself. But yeah, I feel like I end up getting really nice pictures, and I feel like they end up looking like super nice. So yeah, that's how you can take your little Instagram pictures all by yourself. It's really not that hard. You just got to be confident, and, you know, you just need a couple materials: phone, tripod, and confidence, and boom, baby, you got it. You can take your own Instagram pictures. But yeah, that is how I take my own Instagram pictures. Like I said, comment down below if you guys want me to do a part 2 on how I do the complete editing process and all that type of stuff. But thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Bye.